Imagine walking into a press conference where a young quarterback, once hailed as one of the brightest stars of college football, is asked about his future in the NFL. Cameras are rolling, reporters lean in, the questions are sharp, but instead of giving an answer filled with words, the rookie does something no one saw coming. He simply moves his lips, gestures with his hands, flashes a wide smile, and says absolutely nothing. Complete silence. That was Shedeur Sanders' bold response, and it sent shockwaves through the NFL world. This moment immediately drew comparisons to other legendary lines in sports history. We all remember Marshawn Lynch with his iconic, "I'm just here so I won't get fined." We all remember Bill Belichick coldly repeating, "We're on to Cincinnati." But now Shedeur Sanders has written his own chapter with a unique twist, silence as his weapon of choice. Instead of arguing, instead of defending himself, instead of sparking another headline with his words, he muted himself, literally. The backdrop to this unusual move is loaded with tension. Sanders, the former Colorado superstar who played for his father, NFL legend Dillon Sanders, was once projected as a possible first-round draft pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Yet, he slipped down to the 5th round, pick number 144, where the Cleveland Browns selected him after already grabbing Dillon Gabriel out of Oregon in the 3rd round. That choice set the stage for this quarterback rivalry, one that is now shaping the Browns' future. In the opening 4 weeks of the season, Gabriel served as the team's number 2 quarterback, while Sanders was placed at number 3, both sitting behind 18-year veteran Joe Flacco. But Cleveland stumbled to a 1-3 start, and the organization finally made a drastic move. They announced Dillon Gabriel would become the starting quarterback for Week 5, pushing Flacco to number 2 and leaving Sanders frozen in place at number 3. For Shedeur Sanders, who believes he is talented enough to start in this league, it was another frustrating reminder that his time has not yet come. So when the press approached him in the locker room, eager to hear his thoughts on being overlooked yet again, he gave them the performance of a lifetime, without saying a single word. He smiled big, moved his mouth, gestured playfully, but not one sound came out. Reporters tried again and again, at least 4 more times, hoping to get him to break, but Sanders stuck to his silent strategy. The mute button had been pressed and nothing could pull him off it. This silent protest may not have been random. Just days earlier, former NFL head coach and analyst Rex Ryan took aim at Sanders for comments he had made about his place in the league. Sanders had told ESPN Cleveland that if people looked around at the quarterback play right now, he believed he was capable of playing better. He even added that a lot of teams would be starting him, but it just wasn't in God's plan at the moment. Those words didn't sit well with Ryan, who fired back on ESPN's Get Up, saying the young quarterback needed to stop talking and start proving himself. Ryan said, "This kid talks and he runs his mouth. Quit being an embarrassment. Get in the front row, study, and show why you should be the starter." Maybe Sanders heard those words. Maybe he felt the weight of criticism building around him, and maybe his silent act was his way of flipping the narrative. Because while everyone was waiting for him to give another controversial line that could be twisted against him, he gave them nothing at all, and in giving nothing, he gave everything. He controlled the story without saying a word. The bigger question now is what this silence means. Is Sanders quietly plotting his rise, waiting for his moment to prove himself on the field? Or is this the beginning of a larger conflict between a young quarterback hungry for respect and a franchise trying to find its footing in a chaotic season? The Browns may have chosen Gabriel for now, but the spotlight remains firmly on Sanders, the young man who turned silence into the loudest statement of the week. So what do you think? Was Shedeur Sanders' mute button press a stroke of brilliance or a sign of growing frustration? Did he just protect himself from critics, or did he send a message louder than any words could carry? One thing is for sure, the NFL has never seen a rookie quarterback handle questions quite like this. And whether you love him or doubt him, Shedeur Sanders has everyone watching closely. His time might not be right now, but if history has taught us anything, silence sometimes speaks louder than the loudest voice in the room. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into the biggest NFL stories, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.